Sorry, just having a bad morning. But I'm going to put together the shotgun. So, I've been working on this since last Thursday. Today is Monday. Um, I can't get the buttstock off, and I need to get the buttstock off to really get into the receiver and to get to the receiver's parts. And what I was gonna do if I could get the buttstock off is with a compressor, just spray the shit out of it, let it sit in ballast off for like a day or two, with a couple of vibrators strapped to the sides. You know what I mean? Like get it sort of like a jerry-rigged homemade ultrasonic cleaner. You know, get that vibrating action going. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm inadequate. I don't have a large enough tip, nor the length. Yeah, I'm inadequate. So I cleaned it up as best I could with what I got, which is a Dremel that's about to go in the garbage because for some reason it gets hotter than hell, and when I unplug it, it gets even hotter, which doesn't make any sense because when you unplug something, you think that means all right, there's no more current going through it. But anyway, that Dremel's about to go in the garbage. So is that power drill. That thing's going in the garbage as well. Um, the barrel I'm happy with now. Let me see if I can get the light into it. I got it as, come on, focus. I got it as purdy as I can get it. That's right, I said purdy with a southern accent. There you go. You see the polish? There. Purdy. I got it as purdy as possible. So from here to here, it's really disgusting, and I did my best with some, sorry, I feel a little lightheaded. I did my best with, cleaning rod and brushes and just in and out, in and out, in and out, with a big wadded head full of. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to stop that. Alright. From here to there, from the end of the muzzle, it's clean. It's polished up. And then what I did was I hooked this cheap ass cleaning AR-15 rod up. This is that $10 UTG cleaning kit rod. Hooked it up to the drill. First the Dremel. The Dremel worked way better, but the Dremel got too hot, and I got scared that maybe this Dremel's gonna melt in my fucking hand, which it felt like it did once I unplugged it, because then it got hotter and hotter and hotter, which is weird. So I hooked it up to the drill, and first I went through with this is one of those steel brushes, just up to here and back. Then I went up and down, and after that I just kept going through it with patches and patches and patches. This is a patch that's on it. It's actually a towel, like comes out like a paper napkin strip you can tear off, but it's actually a better consistency of. It's actually a towel. You can wring it out, and it's a much higher grade. So, and I must have gone through maybe 30, 40 sheets. All this lead, all this carbon buildup, that whole bag. I'm not even opening the bag. My nose is bothering me. My eyes are watering. My ears are itching. That's just because of all the carbon, and I try to keep everything lubed up with Ballistol products. I must use maybe it's down here, probably half. I must use half of all my Ballistol products, and I got the barrel nice and clean to the point where I find it acceptable. Let me put the cleaning rod down. I need to get better shit. So that's as clean as it's gonna get, unless I get some a new drill and some 000 wool, and actually go through it that way. But that's just taking metal off, polishing it by taking metal off. But it's clean. The individual little parts that I took off, I took the screw off, but I put it back on just a minute ago because it was bugging me. That's right, a screw was bugging me. Sorry. So this is from a different shotgun altogether, and there's some wood rot up in this end. I'm gonna re-drill out this hole and this hole to get rid of the wood rot. This hole right here is fine, but there's a lot of wood rot right here. In fact, it's and I just put this back on just like this with the screws. But these metal parts, these little metal parts, here's the firing pin, and here's the firing pin retaining screw that holds it in place by sitting, like, holds it right there, keeps it from falling out. And that goes right here. There's where the pin goes, and that's where the firing pin just slides in there. The trigger, I mean the hammer, I can pull it back with one hand now. It's a lot more looser. There's a lot less crap in there than there was before. But really, I need to get this into an ultrasonic cleaner to get it fully, decrapped. These were like buffer pads. I guess at one point they were leather. I don't know, but they were buffering. I want to say this metal piece that wasn't touching on the wood completely. See the space, just so that it would reach this point. There's a good 1/4 inch gap, and I guess these pieces of leather were trying to space that in. I've been looking around the house for a good chunk of leather. I looked for some leather belts. I asked my stepdad, "You got any of those leather belts you're gonna throw away?" Because he's always complaining that he's getting fatter, is what it is. And he's like, "No, sorry, Bubba. I threw them out last week. Sorry, fat ass." So I put all these little pieces in a pill bottle, filled it up with Ballistol halfway, and while watching Paranormal Activity 3, just for like half an hour, just going like this, and I forgot that I was actually doing it, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, this shit turned into bread pudding. It's like this gray, disgusting bread pudding. It's like thick and goopy. I rinsed it through a strainer in the sink, and I'm like, I wonder what caused that. I think that's all the crap that was on the little parts. So I did that like 3 more times, and on the 3rd time, can't really see it, but it's now just a syrup, which it means that's it. They're clean as they're ever gonna be. So let me put this sucker back together, and let me show you the inside of it. Like, no, hold on. I know my videos suck. Come on. I feel stupid right now. So stupid. Yeah, this ain't gonna show up anything. It's not as much as pitting as there is just carbon and lead buildup, like just crap buildup in there. That's just so caked on, it's part of the metal. But I've got most of it off. So let me just put this thing together real quick. Here's my little jury-rigged, whatever, camera holder. Yee, my videos suck. Don't watch my videos, you'll get cancer. Yee. Alright, so this part goes first. Here's the pin. In fact, I need to use the flashlight. See, that's how I should have grabbed this flashlight to begin with. See the insides? They're still wet. They're still wet. So wet. Alright, so take the pin. Tweezers. Yes, that's right. I got a pair of tweezers. For tweezing. For tweezers. Grab the tweezers. And it's in. Check that pin out. It's nice and clean. Oh, it fell back in. I think I'm missing a piece, but when I took this thing apart, I didn't notice any pieces come out. Like, I don't know if there's supposed to be a spring or whatever, but I looked it up. This is a Model 94. This is a Springfeild Model 94B. And it says that there's supposed to be some sort of spring, but I can't find it. I don't know. this little piece needs a little dab of Loctite on it because when you dry fire it or just fire it in general, it pops out a little. Tiny ass spring. I'm using a 2.0 millimeter flathead screwdriver to put it in. That's right, to put it in because it's so tiny. I feel so inadequate. Okay, so that screws in there. I need to put a little Loctite on it, but I don't have any Loctite. So that's in there. I don't know what it's gonna need. I don't know. You know, this is just a beater rifle, so who really cares? Put the barrel on next. Using that thick southern accent from living in Florida too much. Put the barrel on next. Now take this here, whatever this thing is called, the foreign grip, whatever. I'm thinking about going on Midway USA and purchasing that aftermarket Choate foregrip, but it won't tell me the freaking overall length of it, which is bugging me because I need to know the overall length. Take this nut. That's right, I'm taking this nut. Yeah. I'm taking this nut, baby. Yeah. Get in there. Alright. I'm trying to hold it. Doesn't have to be that tight, but I want it to be that tight because I'm tight. I'm just so top notch. But you see the space right there? That's not good. Doesn't affect it that much, but say like if you want to just pop it up real quick with one hand, it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna get so. You see it? I don't know if the camera's picking it up. That little, it's like 1 centimeter of space. So let's see. Okay, everything seems fine. Yeah. Turn this stupid light off. Got something for you? No, I'm just joking. Oops. Alright, I'm looking like Chewbacca. More like a rabid dog. Alright, so it's still greasy. So see the shininess? Polished it real good. So like the only thing is like if you try to pop it up with one hand, it's not gonna happen. You gotta use two hands or just like that. Yeah. I bought a the hell's it called? I bought another shell holder, the 5 shell holder, off of Amazon. It was free shipping. It was only $6, free shipping. It'll be here in a week or two, and really, I don't know. Like this gun needs work, but you know this is just a beater gun. I mean, whatever. I traded a part that I didn't even need for it, so I'm not gonna be all bitchy. Oh, I feel ripped off because I knew what I was getting into. I traded the carrier for the shotgun because I want the shotgun and I like the shotgun. I love it. I love the shotgun. So I'm gonna try to find out if anybody else has one of those Choate stocks, the foreigns for single barrels, and if they come up to the right length, I'm gonna buy it. If not, like, and I buy it and it turns out it's like over here, that's gonna be like, oh man, now I gotta pay $8 to ship it back to Midway USA, this and that. Other than that, I got the 5 shell holder coming, and fucking mosquitoes. And I'm gonna put a rubber oh my god, a rubber recoil pad on it, so that when I shoot it, it doesn't break my collarbone. Because I'm so fragile. I'm just a fragile little thing. This is garbage. So yeah, it took me a few days, but yeah, I was actually thinking about cutting up one of these. These are brand new though. But I was thinking about like cutting a square out of each one of these because I had like 3 of them to make up that gap. But I don't know. Alright. This is Zombie Master Ed 25 and this inadequate tool. Peace out.